Okay, distributive property. Tends to be something that people have trouble with, okay? People, adults, children, when I worked in the math lab at the college, students still had trouble with it. So when I see a distributive problem, I see a table. So try to think this is like a table, okay? And it has to give to everyone sitting at the table. So what that means is that 4 is multiplied by the b, but 4 is also multiplied by the 3. Okay, so it's distributed. That 4 has distributed, it's whatever he brought to the table to everybody there. So that means that we'll have 4b plus 12. So the question is, does that always work? Well, let's try some things. What if we have a problem that is maybe 8 times 7 minus, let's say, r? Okay, so again, we're at the table. 8 is going to be multiplied by 7, so 8 times 7. 8 is going to be multiplied by negative r this time. So bring the minus down, and 8 times r then becomes 8 times r. So 8 times 7 is 56 minus 8r. Let's do some more because that one was a little bit confusing with the subtraction. So let's go back to some addition. Well, everybody likes 5, and we'll say x plus 1. Okay, so we're going to distribute 5 times x, so 5 times x, 5 times 1, so plus 5 times 1. So that's 5x plus 5. Now, why does it make it hard if I say 5 times x minus 1? It really doesn't. I'm still doing 5 times x. I'm subtracting 5 times 1. That's a 1. So 5x then becomes 5x, and 5 times x becomes subtract 5. So distributive property is just distributing things. Okay, we will eventually see some that says maybe negative 1 times b plus 1. We should have had a little bit of practice with multiplying and dividing with negative numbers. The adding and subtracting tends to, again, challenge some people. But I can do negative 1 times b. So I'm going to write down negative 1 times b. I'm going to add, but I'm going to take negative 1 times negative 1. So negative 1 times positive 1. So this will become negative 1b plus negative 1, because negative 1 times 1 becomes negative 1. So your answer, we don't, and this will come later, but whoop, that's the wrong button. We don't really need a plus and a minus, because a plus and a minus just means a minus. So it'll be negative 1b minus 1. So this is a challenge that we will grow to. Our main, what we want to remember is that this applies with everything. We distribute to all in the parentheses.